With his intuitive mentoring and strategies that help businesses succeed, Mark Howard trains business owners to be successful. If you want to grow your business fast, then keep listening. If you want to grow it even faster, in less than 3 months, then visit www.MarkHoward.coach. And now, here is your host, Mark Howard, digital business mentor, author, and psychic medium.
G'day, this is Mark Howard, and in this episode, I'm going to be talking to you about one aspect of your business that so many people talk about, and it's that wish, that desire to get more leads for your business. If only you can get more leads for your business right now. More leads will mean more customers will mean you'll be making much more money. But what if I told you you don't actually need more leads? What if I told you there are two things you can do right now in your business, which if you was to stop what you was doing, if you was to patch up these two individual things right now, you could be doubling your money, tripling your money in your business without actually getting any more leads.
If you're enjoying Mark's podcasts, then why not share this episode with your friends and family on social media so they can also get access to great business marketing gold content.
Before we get into the depths of this podcast about the leads, I just want to touch on one thing right at the beginning here, and that is that not every business is looking for leads. I am, for example, not looking for leads. I am, for example, as a business owner, I'd rather have referrals than leads. The difference between leads and referrals is quite simple. Referrals are a prerequisite, or they pre-given to you, they're ready for you to go. That's what I'd say what a referral is. So by the time you call a person up, they're expecting your call. The problem with leads is leads are just that. It's pretty much almost like cold calling. You know, someone says, oh, look, that guy down the road there, he needs his edge trimmed. No, there's no introduction there. There's nothing at all. So from that point of view, it's not a great idea. Now, leads on a website, we go back to digital format. People try to say, we get leads through your website. You don't get leads through your website. Leads through your website are actually referrals, or self-referrals, I suppose is the interesting way to say it. Because what the person's saying to you is, look, I'm interested in your products and services. I made time to contact you, but I want you to contact me back. And I want you to tell me how we go forward. That's what a lead, in inverted commas, is on a website. But it's not actually a lead. Does it make sense? That's more of what I call a semi-referral, I suppose. If you put referrals on a scale of 1 to 10, for example, where 10 is hot, I would say it's probably about a 6 or a 7, for example. That's where I put that. Whereas a leads on a scale of 1 to 10 will probably be a 2 or a 3. So hopefully that makes a difference. But where a lot of businesses are going wrong, especially our digital businesses at the moment, online businesses, is actually with the website process. And what they would do is to say, I want more traffic coming through, I need more leads, in inverted commas, I need to get all this going through, but I'm just not getting anything happening. And the reason for this is not because they're not getting the traffic per se, it's not necessarily because they're not getting the leads. The problem they got is primarily with their sales point, or their point of sales, which will be with their website. And the problem they got there is that if they're not getting the conversions, okay, listen to that word, the conversions of people come to the website, then they're not going to get the customers. It doesn't matter how many leads you've got coming through. You can have 1,000 people coming through. But if your website's not converting those 1,000 people, or percentage of those 1,000 people, then you're not going to get the sales. And this is where a lot of business owners go wrong. They start to look at other reasons. I need more traffic, I need to do more advertising, I need to put some more adverts in papers. But they're not actually looking at what the source of the problem is. And the source of the problem 9 times out of 10 is what their website isn't doing for them. So if your website isn't converting, then you're not going to get the sales process. Now, I saw this as an example. I saw this on another post, actually. It was quite interesting. And what this person said, and I agree with exactly what they said, let's imagine for a moment that your business generates 1,000 leads per month. That'd be fantastic. When you can imagine 1,000 leads coming through your website per month. And as you said, this is for a mixture of website visitors, emails, and phone calls. And so, but now imagine you're only converting 0.5% of those leads into sales. So that actually equates to 5 sales per month. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Then they go on to say, so now imagine that you increase the conversion rate to 3%. So you're taking it from 0.5% to 3%. So that would equate to 30 sales per month as a substantial increase. Now, I said if your net sales for those was, say, £1,000, each sales worth £1,000, you'll be generating around about £360,000 per year in sales instead of £60,000 per year in sales. Now, sales conversions on a website isn't as difficult as people make out. Now, there's a couple of things you've got to follow right at the beginning. So, a visitor comes to your website or comes to your social media, whatever it is, and they've seen your product services, and if they're there, it's because they're interested in what you're doing or what you're selling or what the price is, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. They're interested. And they're coming onto your website and they're looking around. Now, why are they not buying for you? There's going to be a number of reasons why they couldn't be buying for you. Maybe the look of the website isn't professional enough for them. Remember, people are going to be partaking in their money. They're going to give you money. And if your website doesn't look up to speed, quite frankly, they're not going to partake with any money at all from their wallet. The second thing you've got to look into is, what is your call to action? What is your offering? Does your sales pitch actually tell them exactly what it is they are getting and how it benefits them? That's what you've got to ask yourself. Does it benefit them? Most people look at their websites and they write the website, for themselves. This is what I would like to see on my website. That is wrong. What you've got to do is you've got to write for your customers. And if you don't tell the customer why your product or service benefits them, then quite frankly, there's no reason why they're going to buy from you. It doesn't matter how cheap it is. A lot of people think that pricing will put people off. So a lot of people will not put prices on their website. And I turn around and say to them, no, that's the wrong thing to do. You should put your prices on a website. Don't be frightened about what your competition is doing around the world. Put your pricing up because that's what you're seeing your pricing at. And if somebody turns around and says, well, that I'm not willing to pay that amount of money, guess what? They're not your customer. So it doesn't matter. Let them walk away. Because if they're not willing to pay that money, then the people they refer to you, the people they're going to give to you later on, their friends and family, will not be paying that kind of money, and that's not the type of customer you want. So do not be frightened to let those people walk away and say goodbye to them. Okay. Coming back to your website. So if the conversion isn't there, quite rightly, you're not going to get anything. But what about fulfillment? What about the follow-up from it as well? So let's say, for example, somebody turns around and says, do you know what, I like this, and they start to go through the whole buying process, but suddenly something happens, and they stop. They might be they're filling in a contact form, for example, or they might start to go through the purchasing process on your e-commerce store. But for some reason they stop. And it might have stopped for a number of reasons. They might have got called away at that particular moment in time. They may have to take a phone call. Maybe the internet went down. It could be a whole host of reasons why they suddenly stopped. You don't know why they're stopped, but they're stopped. Are you following up on them? So, for example, will you have a process in place through your cart for someone to follow up automatically? The answer should be, yes, you will. And that will be some kind of abandoned cart system. And there's some really good abandoned cart systems out there. For WooCommerce, there's WooCommerce abandoned cart plugin. Absolutely brilliant. The emails that are using that, you can't go wrong. It uses free emails. They give you some nice little templates on it as well, which is very easy to use. You plug that in and so let the system do its magic. And I've used that a number of times, and I've actually pulled back customers that have actually used a cart, and then they stop for some reason because of something's happening, but the plugin has actually put those people back as viable customers. But what if someone's filled in, a contact form, or if they filled in some kind of download? Are you following up on those as well? So, for example, if someone's filled in the contact form, do you have some kind of automation process in place that will allow you to follow up on what's going on with them? Recently, I contacted a storage company in Horsham because we're looking for some storage, and I filled in their contact form, and it's basically one of these forms I was going through just trying to work out how much space I'd actually need and what's going to cost me, etc, etc. And what happened with that particular company, and I'm not going to mention their name, I should do, but I won't. What happened to this particular company was, not only did I get an email from them to say, hi Mark, thanks for your inquiry. So I got an automated response from them breaking down everything I was inquiring about. So you inquired about this, and this, and this. And if you've got any issues, please let us know. They even come back with some kind of coupon code as well. So, we've got a coupon code for you. So if you want to get first couple of weeks free, whatever it is, that was there. And then on top of all that, so this is on the Sunday. Monday morning, I got a missed phone call because I had the phone turned off. I had a missed phone call from that company, left me a voice message, said, "Hi Mark, this is ABC company, and we're just touching base with you." That's all they said. "We're just touching base with you to find out if you've got any questions. My name is, here's my phone number. Please feel free to give me a call if you have any further queries about our services." Perfect. That company did it absolutely spot on for me. And now I'm sitting there thinking, the pricing was a little bit higher than I wanted to pay, but maybe, just maybe, that might be the company I want to go for because of the service they're able to demonstrate right at the beginning of the sales process. And finally, there is one other area that people really do fail upon when it comes to lead generation, or when they believe they need to get more leads. And it's quite simply this: the biggest pool of potential customers or existing customers you have, there's the clue, your existing customers, are sitting right in your palm of your hand. And if you're switched on, if you listen to my podcast, you know that you will be doing your email marketing. I know that. I know you will be collecting the emails from people, and you have different ways of doing that. If you've been listening to my podcasts, you know exactly how to do all of that as well. But the point of the matter is, if you've got 1,000 people sitting there, which are people who have purchased from you before, or even if you have 100 people or 10, doesn't matter how many people you got, who are existing customers of yours, then why are you not upselling to your existing customers? Think about this. Think about this for a second. A customer process has to go through the know, like, trust process before they buy from you. Your existing customers have already gone through that process. They already know you, they already like you, and they already trust you. So they're going to buy from you more regularly than any new customer will do. So why are you not upselling to your existing customers? Why are you not going back to them and saying, this is the process that we've got in place, this is the new service we've got in place, this is the new idea we've got in place, and this is how it's going to benefit you as my existing customer. One of the things that I do with my customers as well, which give you a nice little ending to this podcast, as well as doing the email marketing, this is more for the training, people do my online training courses and stuff, is we have an ability in the system, and where the user is going through the training course. Now, if they haven't logged in for a certain amount of time, either when they're doing the course or whenever it is, they would automatically, and listen to my words here, automatically, so I'm not getting involved. I've done the whole set it, forget it routine with my automations. They will automatically get an email saying, "Hey, Bob, you haven't logged in for the last couple of days. Is there anything wrong? Can we help you out?" It's all about taking the customer on a journey. It's how hand-holding them and making sure that they're comfortable. So next time you're sitting there at home and you think, "Oh my God, I need more leads. I need more leads." As soon as you start to hear that voice in your head, rather than saying, "Do I need more leads?" start to look at your sales process. Start to see if there's a leaky bucket. Start to look at your conversions on your website and your other social media and other online marketing, and work out where the problem is there first before you start to throw money away in advertising which may not actually be needed.